Hello everyone. Today is 17 Feb 2025. Now let's see the solution of today's HSC Board Physics paper. Now let me start with the section A, which is the question, and the question number 1, which is the MCQ questions. So here we have to select and we have to write the correct answer. Now the question number 1. If two systems are each in thermal equilibrium with a third system, they are also in thermal equilibrium with each other. This statement referred to. This is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. So the answer for this question is A, zeroth law of thermodynamics. Now let me go for the next question, question number 2. In Bernoulli's theorem, which of the following is constant? Everyone know that. So Bernoulli's theorem is, or Bernoulli's principle is, sum of pressure plus kinetic energy per unit volume plus potential energy per unit volume is constant. So basically here, so this is total mechanical energy. So this is total mechanical energy of fluid and it is constant. So we can select the correct answer here. It's option D, energy. So energy is constant here. This is a more appropriate answer. Okay, now let me go for the next question. It's MCQ number 3. Which of the following material belong to dithermanous? Dithermanous means the material, di means 2. If one side heat is there, it transmit the heat to the other side. Transmit, not transfer. Then that material is called as dithermanous. Wood does not transmit heat, so it is not the right answer. Iron. So iron transfer heat but does not transmit, that you remember. The glass, if the heat is to the one side, it is transmitted to the another side, so the more appropriate answer is the glass. Option C, glass. So this is the right answer. So D is the copper. Copper is also metal which transfer heat but does not transmit, that you remember. So the answer for this is C, glass. Now next one, next MCQ is MCQ number 4. Electric potential V at a distance r from a point charge is directly proportional to. Potential at a distance r from point charge is given by a formula Q. This 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 is a constant into this Q by R. Now here is directly proportional. Here they ask directly proportional. So we can write here mathematically V proportional to 1 by R. So how we write this? V inversely proportional to R or V directly proportional to reciprocal of R. So here directly proportional they ask. So here the answer is C, 1 by R. Instead of that directly, if the word is inversely proportional, then the answer changes, that you note. So here they ask directly proportional. So V directly proportional to 1 by R. So option C. Now the next question, MCQ number 5. Which of the following equation gives correct expression for the internal resistance of cell by using potentiometer? So we already have an idea about the internal resistance of the cell is given by formula R. This L1 by L2 minus 1. So L1 is the open circuit length and L2 is closed circuit length. Now this is the formula. Now in that formula, L1 is the open circuit length when only the battery whose EMF is E, it is connected to the galvanometer. And the closed circuit length is L2 when resistance and the battery both in the combination we are connected to the galvanometer. So here I think this option D is the more appropriate answer. So answer D is the right answer. How answer D is the right answer? I can modify this C, R. So this E, capital E, I can write K into L1. So L1 is the open circuit length and this V I can write KL2. So if I substitute that KL1 and KL2 and this minus 1 as it is, this KK get cancelled and we get this formula which is the formula of the internal resistance of the cell. So the answer D is the more appropriate answer for this question 5. Okay, now we have to go for the next question. So it's a question number 6, MCQ number 6 basically, not question number 6. An electron, proton and alpha particle and hydrogen atom are moving with the same kinetic energy. Associated de Broglie wavelength will be longest for. So de Broglie wavelength in term of energy we can write h by p is the main formula, but that momentum we can write under root 2 me. So this is the formula for the momentum. How we get this formula? You know that kinetic energy is half mv square. If you multiply it by m and divide by m to the right hand side, we get m square v square by 2m. So here we get E is equal to p square by 2m. So we get p is equal to under root 2me. Now here h is constant. Then same kinetic energy word they use. So kinetic energy is constant. So here this de Broglie wavelength directly or inversely proportional to square root of mass. So here we have to find out the longest wavelength. So longest wavelength means we have to find out the particle whose mass inverse relation. So mass is less mass, then only wavelength is longest. And if you compare this electron, proton, alpha particle and hydrogen, then mass is less for electron. If you go through the values, you can see here, I think maybe values may be given here. Here in the constant they are not given, but here, so you remember the less mass is for electron, so the wavelength is longest for the electron. So the answer is B, electron. This is the right answer for this MCQ 6. Now next one, the gate, next one is the MCQ 7. The gate which produces high output when its both inputs are high is. So listen, high output, so we can say y is equal to 1, and then input we can represent by a and b. So this input, when its inputs are high, so this is a is 1, b is 1 and y must be 1. In other combination we are getting 0 here. So that gate we have to identify. Listen, that gate is AND gate. For if you see the truth table of AND gate, you know that A, B and Y. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So you know that Y is AND gate is multiplication of the inputs. A multiplied by B is the output equation. So 0, so 0. So here it is 0 and here it is 1. So we get high output when both the inputs A and B are high. It means that they are 1. So here the more appropriate answer for this is option B, and it is AND gate. Now next MCQ is MCQ number 8. The power rating of ceiling fan rotating with a constant torque of 2 Newton meter with an angular speed of 2 pi radian per second will be. So power rating, we have to find out power. So basically you know that power is work by time. So normal power here. So work is force into displacement by time. So this is force into displacement by time is velocity. This is a power, force into velocity. So here when it is a rotating, it is a rotational motion. So in rotational motion, power is, in rotational motion, power we can write by formula. The analogous term of the force is torque and analogous term of linear velocity is omega. So torque into omega. So torque is 2 Newton meter multiplied by omega is 2 pi. So multiplication of this is 4 pi is the power rating and it is in the watt. So answer here 4 pi watt, which is written in the option D. So D is the more appropriate answer for this MCQ 8. Now we go for the MCQ number 9. A string of length 2 meter. So length is given 2 meter. Vibrating with 2 loops. Now I can draw here 2 loops. So here they given 2 loops. And here the total length is 2 meter for these 2 loops. And distance between node and adjacent antinode, how much it is? Distance between node and adjacent antinode is lambda by 4. We have to find out. So see here, so this is node, this is again node, this is node. So here this distance between node is lambda by 2 and this is lambda by 2. Lambda by 2 plus lambda by 2 here lambda. So they given lambda is 2 meter and you have to find out lambda by 4. So here, so we can write here lambda is 2 and this is 4. So here we are getting distance is 1 by 2 means 0.5 meter. So 0.5 meter is the right answer and which is written in the option A. So answer is option A, 0.5 meter. Now MCQ number 10. A transformer increases an alternating EMF from 220 to 880 volt. It is step up transformer. So it is increasing that voltage, means it's a step up. So if primary coil has 1000 turns, the number of turns of secondary, listen, number of turns and output is proportional. So obviously the answer is greater than 1000, and if you see the options, the greater than thousands are 3 options. So 1000 is not coming. So let's see. So here we have to find out number of turns of secondary. So I can use the turns ratio, number of turns of secondary divided by number of turns of primary. So EMF across secondary divided by EMF across primary. So here EMF across secondary means this is output. So 880 divided by primary is 220. So 22 4 is 88. So NS divided by NP is this one. So NS is 4 times NP. Number of turns of primary multiplied by 4. Primary is 1000. 1000 multiplied by 4 is 4000. So number of turns of secondary is 4000. And 4000 is written in the option D. So option D is the correct answer for this.